What's up, guys? This is Pete from PeteIceHip.com here on week 2 after introducing anxiety and depression. And I don't know about you guys, but if you haven't been following, make sure you guys go to the previous video, or I will plug it down below to make sure you do that first before you move on to it. So most of you guys should be holding on to your journal, writing down your feelings, and trying to find out exactly where and when. Trying to find a trend of when these anxiety attacks or episodes or feelings of anxiety start to happen. And you'll start to find familiar times. For me, like I said last week, was when after I drink coffee or any type of caffeine, I would feel great because my mind was, all amped up, ready for my workouts. But at the same time, the depressive state that I've been falling into and being reliant on caffeine made my brain overwork. And that's one thing that anxiety is. Anxiety is just your brain mixing with emotion, and it's just going at a rapid pace, and depends on where you're at. And sometimes it's all just overthinking, and you can't really shut it off. So you get overwhelmed, you start getting palpitations. You might even be getting some anxiety now as I'm talking about it, but that's just what it is. So if you've been taking that journal down, make sure you're trying to find those trends of when it happens. Try to catch it. Now, I want you to recognize that it's happening. So, for the next week, anytime, still keep the journal, keep doing what you're doing. Anytime you start to get an episode, you're going to recognize it. You're going to recognize these trends. You're like, oh my God, this is an anxiety attack, and this is going to happen. And you have to just accept the fact that it's happening, and it's okay. Okay, I know you're going to feel embarrassed, or you're going to feel like, hey, this can't be happening to me. Why is it? And what happens with anxiety and becomes too much into almost a panic attack is that we try to stop it so much. And you really overthink that, oh my God, am I crazy? Is this happening to me? Why does it always happen to me? This is not good. And then you get really nuts. And it turns to a panic attack where the palpitations get harder. It's hard to breathe. It just sucks. I give you an example. I remember I was in Ireland, and this is when I started to recognize a lot of it. And this is probably a year and a half ago. This was just one bad panic attack I had. And I was sitting in a bar, obviously. We're in Ireland, right? I was sitting in a bar, and I was waiting a phone call from MTV. So it's just like a lot was on my mind. Not only that, the bar was like packed, and I couldn't stop thinking that everyone was looking at me, and everyone was trying to making fun of me because I'm not Irish, even though not many people, actually everyone there was Irish, and I just was different, and what are they saying? And then a lot of thoughts just kept jumbling into my head, and I started getting lightheaded, and I started getting losing feeling in my hands, like they got cold. I don't know if you ever felt that. And then I just got really, really, really lightheaded, and then I couldn't breathe, and I started getting shorter and shorter breath. So I just recognized it, I remember, and I had to walk out of the bar. I didn't even know where I was. I was distraught. I felt like I was zoned out. I couldn't figure out where I was or what was going on presently at that moment. I couldn't figure things out. And then while I was outside, I got the call from MTV telling me that I got the job as a maid coach for an episode with a bunch of girls that want to train for a Tough Mudder. And after that, it started to ease down. It only lasted about 15 minutes. But it just eased down. Breathed it out. And then I was able to enjoy myself, still feeling dazed out, then a little bit of depressed. So, what I want you guys to do this week is that if you are having an anxiety attack, just go through the 6 steps we talked last time. Right? Or just a couple steps is really accept the fact that it's happening. Learn to breathe afterwards. Just take a breath, take a second, and just know that this is going to happen. Now you got to put some self-talk into it. Self-talk is talking yourself into the anxiety. Like, all right, Pete, it's an anxiety attack. It's going to be fine. You're just a little anxious. It's normal. We're going to get through this. Let's do this together. And here we go. And you allow yourself to be spaced out. Allow yourself to be, anxious. And it's only going to last about 10-15 minutes, guys. Nothing bad's going to happen at that time. It happens to everybody, and even if they don't think it happens to them. And then once you're done, you have all that adrenaline and all that stress. Go do something. Go work out. Go clean your closet. Go wash the dishes. Stay active. Don't stay in your own mind. You know? Get busy. That's one of the biggest things is once you know it's happening, have a plan for it. Like, you know what's going to happen, so make sure you know you're ready for what you're going to say to yourself. What's going to be the self-talk? Not only that, learn how to breathe and relax like we talked last time. And then, after that, make sure you get busy and do something. Do something around the house, do something somewhere. Nothing that's gonna like make you crazy. Something that you can release the stress. Don't do things that's gonna make you think more, like work or picking up your kids to do something, and then it's like, oh, I gotta make sure I get them to this soccer game, and then I gotta get them to band practice. You know, you don't want to do all that stuff. Something that's relaxing, but at the same time, or energy taxing. Go play a game. Go run around. You know, stay in your own self-thought, but stay active and get your blood pumping. And that is going to be what I want you to work on this week. Okay? Laugh about it. Don't think that anxiety is a bad thing. You know, that's what I always thought. And I'm like, man, I'm so different. No one understands me. Like, I'm in by myself. I don't get, why am I doing this? I'm so much stronger than this. How come this is happening to me? No, man, it happens to a lot of us. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions or comments, definitely do it down below. Let's make this feed active, so it not only for myself, but also help other people to see what you guys are feeling, what you guys are going through. Try to make this interactive, guys, if you can. So in the YouTube clip or links down, the comment feed down below, definitely write down, you know, what are your trigger, whoa, almost dropped you there. My hands are getting tired. What are your trigger points? What's causing you to have it? Is it work? Is it caffeine? Is it just random thoughts of life? What is it that gets you going? This is already 7 minutes long, so I'm going to say goodbye on that one. And make sure your homework is to learn to accept the fact. Don't forget, go through those steps when you're going into it. I know it's a slow process, but it's going to be a long journey together, and I want to make sure you guys master this and not just go through this like I know your immediate gratification wants it to be solved, because it will, guys. Trust me. All right? Peace out. Like, subscribe, comment, and share this to anyone that could use it. Peace out, guys.